Hello everyone, welcome back to Rising World. This is Sanguine here. I think this is episode 10. Let's see. Single player. One of my comments, I think it's only one person right now off the top of my head. It's like really early in the morning. Can't remember the name. Said something about starting a world in a different biome, make it challenging. I thought about that. And as far as I can tell, I can't choose the biome I start in. Make sure I get my groundings quick. Or bearings. Okay, the horse is right here. I have that marked. Good. Okay. So, in general, I do not... Oh, he's full. Crap. So, in general, I do not know how to do that outside of start the world up, fly over to one of the other islands, and start a world there. Or I could just eventually go that way. That's pointless doing it. Team 2, and I didn't bring my shears to get you guys, I don't think. So, but, yeah, so I think I'm just going to continue doing what I'm trying to do is get lumber or wood for lumber for building. I'm thinking I'm going to build a barn at some point. Turn the light on. Nope, that did not help. Okay. Should have made a clock. I'd been able to at least tell the time in game. Or brought more food, because I'm even going to be able to eat carrots and beetroot, or sugar beet. I keep calling beetroot for some reason. Or corn. Yeah. Okay. Saplings. Alright, time to go back in. Chicken. And more chickens here. Now, I do know the other biomes well, more or less well. There could be differences I don't know right now. Like, I've been over there, even in this version. It's cold. Attack. That was a bush. I don't know what the deal was there. But yeah. The temperature changes pretty quickly, even in a boat. So I don't know. It is more dangerous in terms of it's like being in a forest. Much of the time. At least heading south. I usually head south first because there's more stuff there, it seems. North seems to be more of what this wilderness is. Make sure to get the javelin out. Because the biggest threat I have here is the wildlife. Dead spruce. Wonder what's gonna get me. I could speed this up. Want to turn on a single hit to cut things down. It kind of takes away from some of the gameplay, in my opinion. Not that there's a whole lot to begin with. I could turn bandits up a little more. Something I did want to mention, as I did listen to one of the videos after I uploaded it, I realized that the AC was on. At least I think that's what that humming was. It's pretty warm. That's all I can really say. It's pretty warm. And for some reason, I can't get it to turn off even at like 75. It's set to 75 right now, and shockingly it's off. So sometimes I guess it works. It's just been very muggy and warm as of late. You know, first world problems, it seems. I think that's the right number. I don't know. Ooh. Trying to get as much of these spruce saplings as I can. I can replant them over in a section of the base, and they tend to give the best. They're probably not the best appealing to look at, but they do give the most wood. I recently bought another game. It was Grounded 2. So I've played it a little bit. It seems a little more fun. At least it seems more constantly dangerous than this. This I hear a wolf. It's like, okay, there's a wolf. Oh, there's 2 wolves. Now there's 3. Oh crap, there's wolves. Who would have thought? A forest of wolves. Problem is, nope, not gonna screw around with that one. Oh damn. Okay, I might die here. I'm definitely gonna die here. Well, I'm gonna find out where my horse is at least. There we go. That's where it spawned. Come on. There we go. Random ants climbing on me. Might kill a moose while I'm here. The only issue... Ah, there it is. Alright, do we got bandages at least? Yes, I do. This isn't a hardcore playthrough, then that would have been bad. There's a vent from the body, which should be right here. Nothing to loot. Well, I'm gonna hide the body, I guess. I can identify like that. Interesting. That's a sheep. Alright, let's see. We got 96 might be enough lumber to do something small. I mean, it's not going to be lumber. It's going to be like 4 times that amount. Which may or may not be enough, depending. What do I want to come back in here for? If I have enough stuff, why didn't I go back? Now, sometimes you'd be able to see the wolves if you look closely. Most of the time they tend to blend in very well. Like I've said before, they've spent time trying to get the wolves just right. Alright, let's see. Spruce saplings, willow oak. I might plant a few of those. Sounds like the dogs finished their food. Uproot that. Alright. Let's see. I got enough inventory space. I might There we go. Might kill a moose. It might kill me in the process, but I got one egg. Still kind of that's not what I want to do, but okay. So you possibly get eggs from killing chickens. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. This is not going to be a smart idea. But I never said I was a smart person. There's a moose. There's also a moose. There's also this moose. I was hoping not to have to fight all of you. Oh, you guys do a lot less damage than you used to. Of course, that might have been just because these were all kind of what it looked like. At least if they had lack of antlers, they're probably not males. So they might have less hit points in general or doing less damage. Let's see, we got guts galore, meat galore, pelts galore. I don't know. Games are weird sometimes. Let's see. First of all, let's go jump. Really gonna try and get this. Give me a rainbow egg. Another rainbow egg. And nope. Well, I'm gonna pick up the tent then. And we're gonna head out. Back to base we go, hopefully. If I don't get lost along the way. Taking you with me. Alright. Dropping this off. Okay, so. Forget I can't look on the map while I'm on the back of the horse. And it's that way. For a second I thought I saw a unicorn, like, ate up. No. They do spawn. I know that much. And they do stand out once you do get them. Or once the game spawns them in, I should say. I was shocked the first time I saw it. I could see that they're purple, the purple mane and tail, but the weird part I find is not the mane or tail, it was the horn on its head that I noticed. But first we're going to take all these. You should be... Fuck. Not what I want to do. Oh crap, well... Oh, there goes my monetization. No. Totally getting paid for this. Hopefully I didn't lose all that meat. I thought I was picking up or taking all the food off of it. Well, good thing I was gonna just replenish it. I can just hope that they're going to be lenient on that. Yeah. And I still got more. To the fire we go. Looks like the garden's ready to harvest too. If anyone didn't notice that. I wonder if I can put these on the fire. Nope, can't. That's kind of strange. Are these? Nope, okay. Well, I'm gonna give this guy a carrot. I'm sure he hasn't even eaten the corn on the cob I handed him earlier. But I can't cook those. Oh, there's some meat there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put all that. Put that on the fire as well as the corn on the cob. There we go. Alright, some of the tedious stuff out of the way. We got watermelon and pumpkin. These things, it's either harvest the fruit or harvest the seeds. Corn on the cob's not done yet. Carrots are done. I don't know if the potatoes are quite done. The tomatoes you don't have to replant. Though I might just to get the row fully done. I'm not worried about the food at the moment. Holy crap, these are fully grown. I was not expecting that. Already, and they are taking up way too much space. Way too much food. Alright, so we're going to drop you here, and we're going to drop you here. Alright, let's see, we got cookies, got a bunch of stuff. But honestly, I need to cut these trees down. They are taking way too much space. I was hoping for more than one. I know where an entire orchard is. Let's get a chest dedicated just to wood. Blue egg. Not shocked about the blue egg. I got a weird feeling these are all going to be domesticated long before I get anything done. Alright. That's another one of these over here. I got an idea for a basic barn. I think I am going to leave the floor as dirt. So the tedium begins. I don't think I'll need it incredibly large. I do plan on expanding the garden this way, or even I can do it this way. Of course, now I grabbed one of the ones I wanted to grab to begin with, and now they all show up around here. Okay, so I want to expand the garden that way. I could also just expand it out this way, or even the other direction. I could have my quote-unquote house built over there. Probably build the barn somewhere over here, and just, I don't know how large I'm going to want the barn, per se. I might get some of these tiles out to make the base. Okay, so we're just going to take all, there we go. Burnt corn like that. Well, I figured. Other things I need to do. The ingots, okay. Bunch of stuff I need to do, like locate things and put things away before I start building things, and yeah. So I say I should do that. No, I need these. Measuring tools are great to have, and they fill with water. No, I pour that water in there. That works. Okay. Not really sure what I have for a vision here. Thinking a basic barn with really probably should get the dang rake out as well. Way goes down here, or I could just not do that. So I'm having at least 4 pins, some for chickens, one for chickens, one for cows, and goats and lambs. And I'm gonna make a stall for this guy. A whole section for horses. Great. Now it's just gotten larger. Alright. Look at doors right quick. I don't remember how large doors were or are. Door. A saloon door would be nice. One massive saloon door. Doesn't keep anything out, per se. But I don't want to have to keep opening and closing it every single time. They do work well to keep animals in the pens. Just might use a bunch of these, but getting them back out is, and then are whole different problems. From my current experience, actually. I thought they had more stuff. Okay. I think for the you know what? I don't want a door on the dang thing. Just makes it so much easier not to have to worry about doors. Alright, so we're gonna go with that's a little close. Yeah, got walkway. This is the doorway. It's not. Okay, so we're gonna move this over about this many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then 8. 8 might be enough in the middle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There. Alright, I'm gonna get some stuff and make a sledgehammer. I got the door figured out. Sledges are very useful in retaining blocks. Not that I need it in a game of based on building, but yeah. Should probably also again grab the rake. Okay, so this is the door. This is the frame right here. This may seem large, but trying to get animals moved around is not always an easy thing. Okay, there's that. I usually build on the fly, so yeah. Okay, still the same problem again. Too close to this. Or I could just say whatever, but I like to have a walkway here as well. At least one of 3 blocks. Okay, I'm gonna get the rake. The tedium of this stuff, I'll tell you. Sometimes I problems with playing the game on the cuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of those right quick so my inventory's a little more open. Okay. Where's the rake? Rakes should be in here. Oh, I had a sledgehammer. Now I have 2. It'll be forever until it breaks. And for some reason I can't find the rake. There it is. I don't plan on leveling everything, but this kind of helps me see the idea, or at least the path I was wanting to make have. I might go back to a 6 door frame. Crap. All right. I can do that. It's 14 of these blocks gone, but it works. Alright, so we got 1, 8. And I really want to keep things symmetrical, so again, I don't have to do it that way. I could extend each individual block to be like a 5 by 5 by 5 if I really wanted to. Alright, putting the perimeter down. Let's see. Okay, so 2 here. Oh, okay, well, so I'll make more. No, I guess not. What do I got left? A lot. Okay, so figure the bottom, at least the very bottom block, will be stone of sort. I'm going to increase it out to 3. No, I'm not going to increase that part out to 3. And increase the height to 2. There we go. There we go. Alright, so far, I don't know how long that is because I changed the shape of the block. And I think this is going to be a much larger barn than I originally planned. So I think, until I put the animals in here and realize that everything I have is too small for them. Okay, let's see. Like, what was this, 2 here? Which I do not remember. Alright, so that... yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Let's see, F1. Trying to get the resize back so I don't have to do this all over again. That might not be the case. Turn that on so we'll probably see what's here. You know what? That might work too. Just gonna take this one block out. So it's 3 blocks long, we went 6, so in theory that's 18 blocks long. Double checking. Yes. There we go. Now from there it should be a rectangle effectively. I'm gonna lay it down so YouTube video is easier to see. Although I think it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Where's the AC? Hasn't kicked on yet. Anyway, I was gonna make a whole just chicken coop for the chickens, but then I was like, maybe later. All in my mind anyway. I haven't really thought about this out loud all too much. Alright, so just rotate on button. The building in this game is definitely something that's not modular. I wanted, of course. There's a way to do it. It was though. I think 270 were, yeah, no, 270 is really exactly, roughly where I want it. Alright, there we go. I forgot I wasn't along both sides. Oh boy. Okay, so so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8. Could increase the size of this one by one more, I think. The problem that it might affect the grid size a little bit. There we go. Or not the grid size, but it might be harder to place, but grid size just as large. I'm doing this so I can have a door. What? This is confusing. No, it's perfectly lined up. I'm doing this so I can have a door on either end. Alright, now we go all the way over this way. Line it up there. There we go. There's an egg right there. I'll take the egg. Just an egg. Brown egg, but it's an egg nonetheless, I guess. There we go. Alright, so the perimeter foundation, I guess, I don't know exactly what to call it, has been set. I'm probably going to go ahead and... Okay. It is still moving. Okay. Probably going to go ahead and set a couple of these for the support beams. Turn this off. And work on leveling all this out, because that's going to be fun. I should have picked that up first. I'm not too worried that it's not going to be grass in here. So again, going to be putting animals in here. Oh boy. Tedium though. I don't think upgrading material wise is all that important either. It might be for durability's sake. The only one I really see important like absolutely have to have is the primitive axe to the metal tools. Just iron in general. I'm probably gonna have to add dirt here. I don't see the point in having what's the point in having a door I can't really use if I level the entirety of all this? I could add stairs or a ramp or just keep leveling until the whole hill is basically a plateau. Yeah, I'm just gonna probably close this off. There's no point when you really think about it, not really a point to it. For my convenience, but my convenience is, I mean, the game is not really, I don't know where I was going with that. Started just saying something and it's like, that makes sense. I wish this was faster for everybody. I don't mind this because it goes straight into it. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is I'm going to shovel these blocks underneath here. Okay. I don't need it 100% level with that. I could deal with it. I can work with this. So, and that might be as good as I'm going to get it because you can't level indefinitely. Though it may seem that way. But so far, this is what I'm going to work with this thing. I might make 2 stories and put a section for the chickens up top, or even the pen. I don't know, but I'm thinking cows. Maybe that entire section for cows. In all honesty, cows, sheep. I'm still gonna have to have. Really shouldn't have done what I did there. Oh boy. I wish I could figure out how to make these back to 1 so fast. You know, there's a way to reset the default sizing. But I do not know how to do that. There we go. So we got 1. Alright, so I don't know how large this is. 17. Okay, so 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. So 8. Put the grid size back at 1, 8. Okay. Right here. And that's where the supports for the roof are going to go, at least simple roof. I mean, it'll work regardless because it's just the game. And it's not going to look glamorous. I'm going to warn everyone right now, this is not going to look glamorous at all. I'm not very well versed in architecture or decoration. I don't know. I think the building I built for my own dwelling is going to be a little bit better, but something to get things going right now. Okay. I might put wood fencing, your wooden support there. Put a saloon door for a gate right here somewhere. But for the moment, this actually works. Alright, well, the foundation's set. That might be it for today. I'm going to probably do some inventory management and some tedious stuff that's not necessarily this before the next episode. I hope you all enjoy this episode. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.